All right, we're going to do one more segment this evening. We're going to go old school versus new school. I'm going to do three different player comparisons. I'm going to shoot them at you, Luke. Joey versus JT, who and why?
I swap and change in this all the time.
So do I.
Yeah. Probably Andrew Johns was kind of just like before my era, where I've had Thurston the whole time. So I'm way more familiar with Thurston.
Yeah.
I feel like
how old are you, man?
I'm 23.
Okay, yeah, I'm 21, so I'm in the same boat there.
So for us, we kind of missed out. And when we saw Andrew Johns, he was past his prime, probably. So
yeah,
from what I can tell, from based off the little bits I've seen, I feel like Andrew Johns was probably the better player. But
yeah, but we've also got to keep in mind
Thurston was the ultimate competitor. So
exactly, and they're different. Like the game has just evolved so much. Whenever I'm on Channel 502 watching these classic matches from 04, 05, the ruck speed, the play the ball speed is so slow. It's like watching it in slow motion compared to today's game. But I mean,
even like plays and stuff, a lot of whiting out stuff back then.
I will say, as a kid growing up, I went for the Knights purely because of Andrew Johns. And obviously I was young, so I didn't get footy too much. But that's the sort of influence he had on young kids. And I assume JT would have been the same for the next generation. But so...
Well, do you think if you add Andrew Johns, just hypothetically, he was a Queenslander, and he replaces Thurston in that Origin team, they still win all those ones in a row, right?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people point the finger at Pearce. I don't think anyone could have stopped that Queensland team. They were just too good at finishing, like closing out matches is the word I'm looking for.
Well, it's they had Lockyer, and then once Lockyer's gone, then they bring in Cronk. Like they didn't even have down for.
Cronk was off the bench at one stage for him.
Yeah, he was their little utility dude.
Yeah, isn't that insane? All right, our next old school versus new school. Gordon, the Raging Bull Tallis versus Viliami Kickout. Who do you take and why?
It's got to be Gordon Tallis.
Yeah.
Just purely just based on the fact that Kickout's still so new to the game.
Yeah.
It hasn't really been around for that long.
Yeah.
And Gordon Tallis is just a legend, so...
Yeah, but the thing with Kickout, and the reason I did pose this question was we've only seen Kickout in his first proper year in the NRL. So how much upside does this dude have to his career? Can he be as good as Jason Taumalolo? Will he get second year syndrome? We don't know yet, but there's so much potential there.
That's what he's going to face, because there's a lot of second. I mean, look, Bryce Cartwright. Look at him.
Yeah.
At the same club. I know they're different players, but just got to sort of watch out for the hype with a lot of the youngsters.
Yeah, and what's with that? A lot of young players have come through, and straight away people are attaching the stigma or the tag of, oh, he's like the next JT, or he's going to be one of the best. Like, just let these kids come through and develop.
Yeah, well, I remember, I know I've talked about Cartwright a fair bit so far, but I just remember the hype on him just right from the start, and them going, oh, I remember there was Matty Johns who was going, he has to be in the Origin team, and I remember thinking, like, no friggin' way, like, he can't defend. He can't defend.
Yeah.
And he still can't defend right now, and that's why he's not in first grade.
Yeah.
So they went from saying this dude's going to be, like, even Siranen. Oh yeah, these guys are going to be guaranteed Australian Kangaroo players, and now like they could sort of fringe first graders.
Yep. Yeah, with Billy Kickout, man, I remember watching him in reserve grade, and he played with our current coach of the Titans, Garth Brennan. And I would literally say a prayer every night, please, Garth, bring him with you, because I knew what this guy was capable of. I knew he was too good for reserve grade. Sure enough, we don't bring him to the Titans, and he has his first proper year, and he absolutely kills it. Let's do one more. Old school versus new school. Danny Badiris versus Damien Cook. This is so tough, man. Who would
It's a hard one because they're so different, and because of the areas. Like, Damien Cook is pretty much like the perfect hooker for this current.
Ruck speed and game tempo, yeah.
But then Danny Badiris is such a good player as well. He could make it work in this one as well. Kind of similar to Cameron Smith, I guess. But I don't know. Danny Badiris had some pretty good teams. Like, he was with Andrew Johns, and I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a hard one.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Bedsy was always considered the second best to Cameron Smith most of his career.
Yeah, well, as soon as Cameron Smith came along, it was goodbye, Badiris, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Robbie Farah sort of took over.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. All right, man. Well, I had a lot of fun tonight. Did you enjoy?
Yeah, that was really good. That was really, really good.
It's refreshing, man.
Yeah, I don't really get to talk about, like, I talk about footy, but not really sort of in a long form.
Yeah,
so
I know what you mean. You got to try to keep your YouTube videos short, engaging, to the point. Whereas a podcast like this, like, a lot of people won't watch it live, but people can just stick it in their ears, man, while they do a chore around the house, and they're perfect in that sort of regard.
Do what I do when I play FIFA or something. Just have it on in the background, listen to it.
No, it's great.